Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jimanism Total Nerdery channel. And today I will show you a basic little tutorial about iCUE. iCUE, the Corsair software for managing your your beautiful RGB LED lights, of course, on your mouse and on your keyboards. So I have a K70 or RGB MK2 and I have a Scimitar Pro RGB mouse. And basically it's a little bit tricky to work with setting up like a profile, but I'll just show you some general tips on how to get Lightning to work as you wish and how to bind new commands and stuff like that, and some general tips, just basic stuff. So it took me kind of a long time, but you can see we have onboard profiles here, and we have also profiles where we're running the iCUE software. And basically, if you want to save profiles on the mouse itself, you can do that, all right. It's just that these profiles, they're kind of necessary if you would not connect your system to, if you would bring your mouse somewhere and you wouldn't have iCUE installed or anything, you will just bring and plug in the mouse and use it, then you will have these onboard profiles. And they're set up in a little different way here. You can see we have the rain there, and we have its basic lighting effects like that. If you go to actions though, and of course the mouse is the more interesting part here because it has a lot of rebindable buttons. What you can save onto these onboard profiles are very limited. They are very limited indeed. So regularly I wouldn't even use them. I don't move around my mouse, so I only use the onboard profiles because they are not limited in the same way. So just forget about these. Don't use them. It doesn't really help you. Any case, I have a lot of different profiles, and these profiles have different actions. The difference between them are that I have set up the lighting effects different. So like this one, which is my browser, we have just a static warm pink light, just like that. What's really useful about this is when we click here, you can see link profile to program. I use Mozilla Firefox, and whenever I click or activate the Mozilla Firefox window, when I just have it up, it automatically switches to the profile. And this is something I highly suggest you do. You basically make sure that the different profiles are linked to an exe file, and you don't need to bother with switching between the profiles. Now, if you would want to switch between the profiles, well, then you'll go to the mouse here, you click on actions, and here we have the profile switching button. This is rebindable. Here we have the DPI toggle button, and this one isn't really bindable. It switches between DPI and which is nice. So let's just go here, and I accidentally also binded it to switching profiles, which isn't good at all. So we'll go to actions again, and you'll see I have the profile switching thing activated, and it's on DPI toggle button. And since you can't use the DPI toggle button for something else, I'll just remove that. So now I only toggle the DPI, or I haven't found a way to basically rebind it. Then here we have the profile switching. Here we can remove and add the different profiles from the rotating list. So when you're in a profile, You'll need to add all the profiles to that list if you want to be able to switch to them. Otherwise, you can basically have a profile that's a dead end. You can do so that the profile is dead end, so when you switch to it, you can't switch to anything else by the button. I mean, it's not really useful. Just have them connect directly to exe files and your life will be a lot easier. Now, here we have my Battlefield 2 mode. And of course, it's a beautiful RGB light, just like that. We go to the mouse up here. We have actions. We go to actions right here. And well, I have rebounded some stuff here. So this one I tried to make a 3-shot mode. It didn't work very well, but you can do a macro like this. If you just browse down this list and select macro, and you can just record your movements like that. You can try that out. Here on this one, well, I can demonstrate here because I noticed that this doesn't work very well, this button. So I'll just select this, I'll just click remove it, and then I'll click record, stop recording, and here you can see I can enable or disable mouse click events too. So basically now I only had keyboard events. Yep, exactly. However, I forgot to activate that one, delays. It didn't record a delay, so now it just clicks the 9 button instantly fast, which doesn't work. Because thing is, this is a button for releasing the parachute in Battlefield 2. It's a little bit laggy, so you have to spam it. So I just make a button that spams it for me. And there we go. Okay, there we don't go. Okay, now we go. So here we have it. Here we have the seconds like that, so I think that's fine. Anyways, we have different stuff here. Keypad delete. I have no idea why I have a macro for that, but apparently I do. The sniper button is a thing in Corsair where you get extra precision. I have that there. Like it basically lowers the DPI so you can aim very carefully. Here we have B for like radio commands, we have M for the map, so I basically just rebound here. You can find them here, remap, number key symbols, A to Z keys. It's pretty straightforward, it's basically just like that. I have the number keys here, which is default, it's to switch to weapons more quickly. So that's nice and all. Any case, if you want to set up your lightning, you might want to, also you can do like this, it's really useful. You see this crisis profile? I started to work on my space engineer's profile. What I did here was clicking this copy profile, and it copies the entire profile, so I can basically change it from there. So I don't have to redo everything if I have a similar game profile. And I'll just need to bind this to another exe file and customize it. Anyways, I already did that, so we'll delete that and we'll jump straight into my space engineer's profile, which I selected the Steam path to. So it will automatically just use when I use it. So, as I have showed you the basic setup of actions, or I should show you a little bit more carefully here. So basically, we'll set up this because it's not as easy as you think setting these up. It's really hard time to work with this thing. You have to yeah, we can probably do like this. I'm not sure. We'll just delete a bunch of them. I don't really even know what these are for at this point. So the profile switch is the profile switch, and the profile switch just confuses me all the time, so I have started to just remove it. So I just go down in this menu, and on the profile switch I will instead select remap 8 to Z keys. No, I'll remap it to enhanced keys. No, if you're unsure, just don't find it, you can select keystroke and I'll just have like one finger. I'll just have enter. You can just do it like that, like a shortcut. This is the chat button, so I'll just have it there for some weird reason. I just don't want to trigger the profile change in game. Alright, so when we want to add new commands, you can see it's selected the macro when I just click plus like that. Oh, here's the menu if you don't see copy or anything. You'll just click macro, you'll just spawn a few more of them. And of course I don't want that, I want remap of enhanced keys. Yeah, it's a little bit laggy, and now I accidentally selected Explorer again, so you have to be careful that you don't accidentally change the profile there. So we'll need to go back to Space Engineers, because of course when I activate a window it will automatically go to this profile. We click Actions again, and we'll just make a remap of enhanced keys. Denumbering of these doesn't really matter. It's just confusing when they are in the wrong order. So, oops, numeric keys, enhanced keys, there we go. So I'll just drag and drop them in a kind of order here, so I'll just get a little less confused. And basically this iCUE isn't a very good software. It actively tries to combat your efforts to set it up. But it's basically a necessary evil, because I wanted the Corsair keyboard and mouse I have now, so you know, just have to deal with it. Alright, so how to remap this? Well, you select this from the list. Don't try to click anything here, because that will assign the button. Like, when you try to click like that, you can't just think you click on that button and then set it up. No, because Corsair decided they'll do it the other way around for some weird reason. So you do like this, select this in the map list here. Then we select what it will be. This will simulate the insert button on my keyboard, because it's about switching blocks. And then we click what button it will be. It's basically the other way around. This one will be the home key. Okay, nice, set it up, select it on 2. And you see I have this sorted. It doesn't matter that this is in a sorted list. This is just 1 to infinity. But it makes it easier for me. So I can't click like this button. Now we accidentally bounded this key 2 to that one. Messed up. Select it back. Go to this one. What will this be? Well, it will be a page up. Okay, so we basically need to go like that. 4 will be delete. There. Come on. 5 will be end. There. 6 will be page, no, down, there. Fantastic. So now we have those mapped there. That's beautiful. So that's how to set them up, basically. Now we'll just jump over a quick bit to Lightning, because I set up a really advanced Lightning scheme here. Right, so this is my setup. I have 4 different Lightning modes interconnected. And basically, if I want to select a new one, everything is just activated. So I'll just select these again. I can just select that one or that one or that one again, and now we selected no one. So now we have a spiral rainbow. And if I want to, I can select this one, just drag like this. I can have a stripe in the middle of my screen, just flashing rainbow, while the other ones, you know, this is a basic simulation, so I won't throw in some live footage of my keyboard. This is how it actually, you know, looks like. So there you go. And if you want to deselect them, you can just drag them over again here. Or no, you can't. You need to click that and click that. Great. So what I basically have here, you can have how many and how few of these lightning links as you like. And of course, if you go like this, we have that one. Okay, so we can see here we have a temperature. I've set my escape button to show the temperature. Now if I want to, this is only one button, I can select it to color shift instead, so it slowly shifts through all the colors. I can do like that. We have a visor that automatically goes back and forth, So if we just do like this, you can see the visor effect there. You can just check around and play around with this. Under Lightning Link, they kind of work. The predefined, they sometimes, I don't really know. I just find that using the ones through the Lightning Link seems to be more stable. I'm not really sure about the difference about these actually, but yeah, no idea. Anyways, we'll go back to temperature, and you can select the temperature here, and it measures the temperature of one of my cores. There we go. Now it measures temperature. It's a little bit wonky to set up, but I don't know. I automatically reverted to the Lightning Link for some weird reason. And here you can see here we have the Corsair mouse. And when we select this mode, we can see that the rain is active on only this one. This red button mode is active on nothing, and this one is active on a few of the buttons. Now you can see when we added this new again, it automatically selected all of these. So I need to unclick these. When you add a new lightning mode in keyboards, it will automatically apply it on all the buttons here. So now my mouse was basically a big thermometer, which I don't want, so I'll just unclick those again there. So when you do changes, you basically have to go to your mouse again and set it back. So you can assign any lighting effect to any of these. It's pretty straightforward. Well, it is a wonky but straightforward little software. Here we have also settings. You can select the loadout if you want to. You can also set the overall brightness of the keyboard. So if you want this RGB Pro to shine a little less, like generally, you can select it here. I don't know why we want to have a slower polling rate, but you can select that if you want to. Yeah, and select the brightness for the mouse here. So you basically set them up, yeah, like that. Indeed, it's not much of settings like anyways. And we have this weird mode, by the way, that's instant lightning. Like if you feel that I don't care about my profiles right now, I want the whole thing blue. Well, now my stuff, my mouth and stuff, like everything just shines bright blue. I don't know who uses this even, but you can use it if you want to. If you want a simple color, and you can just turn it off there. Click the X and you'll go back to your regular profiles. We have a dashboard here. I think it's just a processing hogging useless thing, which you can just throw up some fan speeds and stuff like that. It's completely pointless, but you can customize this to infinity if you like to, but probably not a good idea. Anyways, on home you find your profiles here, and you can select the profiles there and you can switch between them. Yeah. So basically, if I haven't made it clear yet, iCUE is an unpleasant software that's very hard to naturally use. It actively combats your attempts to make it work for you. Yeah. And if you don't see the menu here, you need to click the mouse or the keyboard to get into the like menu where you have actions and stuff. Yeah. It's a very weird program to work with, but it's a necessary evil, as said. And you don't save anything, you just let them be. I think you can like back up stuff. If I go to profiles here, I can export them. You see here, I can export this profile if I like to save it or something. Anyways, that will be all for me. I hope this helped you have a little less frustration with the unpleasant software that is the necessary evil of iCUE. And I'll see you next time. This is Jim with SM Total Knowledge Channel, signing out.